This is the homework for 313, 314, B and C, and 316. In 313, you need to solve each equation. In the first equation, we have to apply the distributive property. 3 multiplied by the first term, 5x, is 15x. 3 multiplied by a positive 2 is positive 6. Now we want to move the variable to the side that's the greatest. There's 15x's on the left, 8x's on the right. So we're going to do the inverse property of addition, which is subtraction. Subtract 8x from both sides, and we get 7x plus 6 equals 20. Inverse property of addition is subtraction. 0 pair, 20 minus 6 is 14. Inverse property of multiplication is division. So we divide by 7 on both sides, created the giant 1. 1 multiplied by x is x. 14 divided by 7 is 2. In problem B, we have to distribute on both sides. We're going to distribute the negative 2. Negative 2 multiplied by x is negative 2x. Negative 2 multiplied by negative 3 is a positive 6. Then we rewrite the equation on the left side. Distribute the negative. Opposite of negative x is positive x. Opposite of a positive 1, negative 1. Now we need to combine like terms. And there's only 2 terms on the left side that we can combine. 4x minus 2x is 2x. We have more x's on the left side, more positive x's. So we're going to subtract x from both sides. And we get x plus 6 equals negative 1. Inverse property of addition is subtraction. So we subtract negative 6 on both sides. That's a 0 pair. A negative and a negative. This is not going to make a positive. We're adding these two. So if you owe $1 and then you owe $6, you owe a total of $7. So x equals negative 7. In problem 314, we need to simplify the expression. So we need to combine like terms. I always like to color them in so I can really see the like terms. You may want to just box them different colors. It's not necessarily necessary for you to color them in. I'm just doing it really for the video or in class for you to, so you're able to see it very easily. Some students will underline, 1 underline for the y's, 2 underlines for y squared, and then 3 for the positive 1. So like terms, I have 4 terms that have the y variable, and negative 9, negative y, there's a 1 there, so that's a negative 1y, so that's negative 10, and 3 more negatives is negative 13. And we add 3 to negative 13, which gives us a negative 10y. Negative 14y squared minus 6y squared is 8y squared. And then we have this just one term, positive 1. These 2 terms create a 0 pair, so they cancel each other out. This term's by itself, no other like terms, so we have 30xy. This term's by itself, and this term's also by itself. In problem 316, you need to find the area and the perimeter of the shape. This problem's not difficult to do. There's just a lot that needs to be done to solve it. First, we'll start with the perimeter. Remember, the perimeter is the distance around the outside. It's easy to find the length of the 2 sides because that's given, 6 and 6. So the length of this part and this part is 6 and 6, which I have right here. The more difficult part is to find the length of these two half circles. Well, if you take the two half circles and put them together, you create a circle, and to find the distance, it's finding the circumference. And the way I remember the formula for circumference, because it's circumference equals pi times diameter, I remember I say cherry, pie's delicious. Cherry for circumference, pi, and then delicious is the diameter. And the diameter of, remember, is the distance that goes across the circle through the center point. And we were given the radius right here, so we double the radius and you get 3 6/10. That's the diameter. And so it's pi multiplied by 3 6/10. I have the approximate value of pi, 3.14, multiplied by 3 6/10, which gives me the circumference is approximately 11 3/10, and then the unit of measure is meters. So I'll go ahead and put that in there, meters. And that's where I have it here. So the perimeter is 6, and then the distance around the two semicircles is 11 3/10, plus the other 6 are here. So the perimeter is 23 3/10 meters. To find the area is how many cubic meters is this area here. If we were to color it all in, how many cubic meters would there be? Well, the area for the rectangle is length multiplied by width. And to find the width of it right here, because the length is given, 6 meters, well, if we take the distance here of the semicircle, well, that's the same right here, 1.8, and this side would be 1.8, and that, remember, that's how we got the diameter, which is 3 6/10. So to find the area, it's 6 multiplied by 3 6/10, and that's what I did here, which is 21 6/10 meters. Well, that gives us the area of the rectangle. Now we still need the area of these two semicircles. Well, area of a circle is apple pies r squared. Area equals pi multiplied by the radius squared. Well, here's the radius, so we plug that in for r, 1 8/10. 1 8/10 squared is 3 24/100. I'll repeat that. 1 8/10 squared is 3 24/100. Approximation for pi, 3.14 multiplied by 3 24/100. So the area is approximately 10 17/100 meters squared. So that's the area of the two semicircles. So we take the area of the two semicircles, which is the circle, and we take the area of the rectangle, add those two together, because we want the total area, and we get the area is approximately 31 7/10 meters squared. And remember, area is going to be square units, or squared. In this case, it's meters squared. And I had to approximate this because here I approximated the value of pi.